Yo, what's up guys, it's Nick from Begins Gaming and welcome back to another video. Yeah, I know I'm out of ideas for videos before MLB comes out, but this is actually an interesting video for me to make. Today is going to be my MLB 2019 Season Predictions. So, let's get into it. Okay, so first, for the AL East, I'm just saying I am a Yankees fan. So yeah, but I do believe that the Yankees are going to win the division just because the Red Sox, they're coming off a title. Their two best players just had career years, so they won't be as good this year. And the Yankees only got better. The Red Sox didn't really get better. They just kept their core. The Rays are an interesting team. I have them winning 84 games because last year they won 90 when they were expected to suck. The Blue Jays aren't going to be that good, and the Orioles are going to be awful. So, yeah. I have the Yankees winning the division, Red Sox winning 99 games, but having to play the playoff games on the road because of the wildcard game. And we'll see if the Rays make the wildcard game based on my playoff projections. I'm not too high on the Rays, the Blue Jays, or the Orioles. I think that they could do well, but especially not the Orioles. The Rays, they need everything to go well for them to make the playoffs, in my opinion, just because of how hard the division is. So yeah, that is the AL East. Now let's head over to the AL Central. For the AL Central, it's pretty easy. Indians are going to win the division. I don't have them with a lot of wins, though. I have 88 and 74 for the Indians. I don't like the Indians this year. They got worse. They lost a bunch of guys. They didn't really get better. So I have them losing more games this year. They're obviously still going to win the division because the division isn't that good. Then the Twins are an interesting team. They were supposed to be good last year, but they just fell apart. And then the year before, they were supposed to suck, and then they made the wildcard game. The Twins are kind of a toss-up. They added Nelson Cruz, but who else did they add? Oh, yeah, they also got Marwin Gonzalez. But yeah, I have the Twins winning 83 games and being 83 and 79, so obviously not enough to make the playoffs. The White Sox, I have them winning a couple more games this year. I think that they're just getting more experience each year, and they'll get a couple more wins each year before that breakout year. The Tigers and the Royals, I have them not doing well because they're rebuilding. So yeah. Now for the AL West. Okay, for the AL West, I have the Astros dominating this division, and then the Athletics winning 87 games and getting the final wildcard spot. So yeah, the Rays will not make the playoffs in my predictions. So I have the Astros with the best record in baseball, 103 and 59, and then I have the A's with 87 wins. I think the A's are an interesting team because they obviously had that breakout year last year. No one really knows where to put them, including me. So I just said 87 wins. Seems somewhat reasonable. I don't think they'll get 97 or whatever they got last year. But I still have them making the playoffs. Then the Angels, they're always mediocre. They didn't really get that many good players, although they did re-sign Mike Trout today, which is pretty nice for them. Then we have the Mariners, who got worse. They traded everyone away, so I have them 77 and 85. A lot of people are putting them at 60 wins, which I find ridiculous. I say 77. Then the Rangers are still the Rangers. They're not that good. 74 and 88. So now let's head over to the National League East. So this is one of my most competitive divisions this year, or it should be, except for the Marlins. The Phillies, I think, are going to win the division because of Bryce Harper, Gene Segura, Cutchin, just all those guys they signed, and they might get Craig Kimbrell, who knows. But I think the Phillies are going to do really well this year, and JT Realmuto. I think they're going to be really good this year. So I have them winning 94 games, winning the division. Then I have the Braves. The Braves are a very interesting team. They were 1 year ahead last year. They went 90 and 72, I think, and they won their division. But the division's getting harder this year, And the Braves didn't do anything significant. I mean, Josh Donaldson is okay, but I mean, he can't stay on the field. The Nationals, I have winning 85 games. They lost Bryce Harper, but they did get Patrick Corbin. And the Nationals are always competitive. I don't think they have it this year. Then there's the Mets. Okay. So the Mets. I'm a Yankees fan. I do not hate the Mets, okay? But I can't make a risk on them. I can't put them higher in the division. I just can't. All their injuries and them being the Mets, I can't pick them. They will be good. They will be an 84-win team. If they stay healthy, they will be a 90-win team. It's as simple as that, but I do not think that they're going to stay healthy because they never do. And then you got the Marlins, who aren't going to be good. They're going to be bad again this year. So 61 and 101 for the Marlins. So now to the NL Central. So for the NL Central, I have the Brewers winning. I actually predicted them to make the playoffs last year. I didn't predict them to win the division, but I did know that they'd make the playoffs. I've been winning 95 games, basically just building off last year and just getting better in the offseason. The Cubs, I don't really like the Cubs. I don't think they're going to win a World Series again in this core. I've been winning 92 games, though, because they are still a good team, but I don't think that they're better than the Brewers. Then we have the Cardinals, who a lot of people are high on. I am too. I've been winning 88 games, being 88 and 74. But you'll see how stacked the wild card is for me. So you'll see if they get into the playoffs in my predictions. The Reds, I think, are going to do better this year. I have 79 wins for them. It's just a matter of fact if their young guys can produce. That'll determine if they have a breakout year. Pirates, I don't like them this year. 73 and 89. So now for the last division, the NL West. So for the NL West, obviously I think the Dodgers are going to win. They win it every year. I think that they will have the best record in the NL by 1 game to the Brewers. 96 and 66 seems reasonable. They're getting Corey Seager back. They got Joe Kelly, but they got better. And back-to-back World Series losses, they're going to really want to win it this year. Rockies, I have 88 wins for them. They're a really good team, but the NL is so stacked. San Diego, I have them third in the division, but they're a risk. Only reason I have them winning 77 games this year is because of Manny Machado. Manny Machado is just such a good player, and them signing him is just going to boost them no matter what happens. The Diamondbacks, I have them winning 75 games. Last year they won 80, I think. And then the year before they won like 90-something games. I don't know what happened to the Diamondbacks. They finished really cold last year and they only got like 80 wins. They traded away Paul Goldschmidt. They lost AJ Pollock. They lost Patrick Corbin. They're not going to be good this year. The Giants, they're not good. I don't know why people are high on the Giants. They just trade for veterans that are overpaid, and then they don't do anything. And they say, oh, we're interested in star free agents, and then they never get them. I have the Giants winning 74 games. So now to the playoffs. So, as you can see the whole thing right now. So in the AL, the 1 seed is the Astros, the 2 seed is the Yankees, 3 seed is the Indians, 4 seed is the Red Sox, 5 seed is the A's. In the NL, Dodgers are the 1 seed, Brewers are the 2 seed, Phillies are the 3 seed, Cubs are the 4 seed, and I have the Braves being the 5 seed, with the Rockies ending up 1 game short of that spot. I could see that 1 spot going either way. So the Braves, the Cardinals, the Rockies, the Nationals, or the Mets. It could go to any of them. But yeah, I just chose the Braves. So for the AL wildcard game, I think the Red Sox will win just because they won the World Series and they are a good team. And they have experience more than the A's do. Same thing pretty much with the Cubs and the Braves. The Cubs have more experience, and I don't think they're going to want to lose that game for back-to-back years. For the DSs, I have the Astros beating the Red Sox just because the Astros want to avenge the Red Sox after what they did to them last year. So you can say that's like avenging them. But I have the Astros beating the Red Sox because the Red Sox I already talked about earlier. That's why. Yankees, I have them sweeping the Indians because the Indians are overrated. And yeah, they're only there because their division's not that good. For the NL, the Dodgers are going to beat the Cubs because the Dodgers are better than the Cubs. And because the Dodgers, they never lose in the DS. But yeah, and then the Brewers, I have them beating the Phillies because the Phillies, this will be their first playoff year in a while, and the Brewers have more experience. I personally think the Brewers are a better team right now. After the trade deadline, the Phillies could be the better team. But yeah, I have the Brewers winning. Then in the DSs, I have the Astros beating my Yankees. I'm a Yankees fan. I'm trying to not sound biased here. I have the Astros winning because I think they're a better team than the Yankees this year. They're 1 year away, the Yankees are. Then I have the Brewers beating the Dodgers because the Brewers, they're a really good team. They're going to want to beat them. And I think that the Brewers hitting is just going to overwhelm the Dodgers pitching. That's what I think. Then in the World Series is the Astros versus the Brewers, and I have the Astros winning their second World Series title in the past 3 years, and second overall. So that is going to be it for my MLB season predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your host, Nick from Begins Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.